All right. Hello, everyone. I am Lee Hill, your hair coach, coming to you, teaching you values, education, understanding your hair so you can start wearing your hair, enjoying your hair, regrowing your hair, and valuing your hair for that next sister that doesn't value your hair. For so many years, from slavery days, we were taught that our hair was ugly, it was nappy, it was difficult, and I am here to show you that it's not. That is not the case. But it's all about how we change our mindset and look at things. Don't forget, I have the dearhairloss.com, dearhairloss.com that I am gonna add the link. That is a quick video. That's a video that's going to educate you on why you should join my program, where I'm going to be teaching you how to regrow your hair. Many of us, thousands of us, hundreds of us have experienced hair loss, and a lot of us are still experiencing hair loss, and we've given up and saying, hey, that my hair is not going to grow back, so I might as well wear these wigs, lace fronts. No, that is not your story. That doesn't have to be your story. You can change that. Watch that video. Also, if you can, watch Black Women in Hair Regrowth. And I'm gearing this towards you guys because we're the ones that have an epidemic of losing our hair, our edges, bald spots, those different things. That video that I posted with the trichologist is going to help you understand and educate you on why the Dear Loss, when you click on that link, dearhairloss.com, and you go to Shed No More video and you watch that video, you'll understand why that program is you need that. And also, if you do have hair but you want to take your hair to the next level, that program is for you. Now, the conversation today is about what triggers you to cut your hair. Here are some of the reasons. I'm going to add 3 reasons what trigger a lot of women to cut their hair. And I can talk about this because I had over 22 years of experience working in hair salons, dealing with all walks of life of women from every area you can think about, from Australia all the way down to MIA, Miami, right? And a lot of times I'm like, what you cutting your hair for? And I had to talk them out of it a lot of times because we just be going through things and we be like, honey, cut this. Cut it, because we're really trying to deal with other things. And so I hope this video helps you guys understand and maybe make some different decisions when we're going through cutting. Let me cut my hair. These are some of the things that trigger us in cutting our hair. And no, girl, no, you're not right all the time. Sometimes you are, but not all the time. Number 1, maybe we have been sick. We have been sick, maybe you're dealing with whatever the illness may be. Fibroids, that's a big one for our community. Blood pressure, pregnancy, and you got a sickly pregnancy some women have. I forgot what it's called, where they're always throwing up, or preeclampsia. You're worried about that. Just different things when it comes to our health. And once we get through it, maybe even cancer, and you get through cancer, right? And not all the time women lose their hair. So you come in and you're like, whoa, I need a new me. And you go and you cut it. And I done had it. And when I was early in my life, I'd be like, okay. They're like, yeah, I just had my baby. And my hair is breaking off. That's another thing, because we have postpartum that a lot of women deal with, and we don't talk about it, but they have postpartum and they're noticing shedding, and they don't know that it's a certain time you have between the time you had the baby all the way up to over a year that you'll experience it. So a lot of times women want to cut their hair. I did it, right? But it didn't stop the shedding. So we do that, and we want a new look because we want this baby, and we're frustrated. We maybe still have baby weight on us, and we're like, cut my hair. That is not the time to cut your hair. I'm just going to be real, keeping it real. So that's number 1. Just had a baby, or you were sick, you got through it, and you like, woo, new me. And then you go cut it. And then a lot of women was like, Lee, I need some weave in my hair because I was just going through something. I cut my hair. I'm like, so this is what this video is dedicated to. Number 2, someone close to you, maybe at your job, they come in and they got the fire haircut. It's a trigger for you. They got the fire haircut, or it's the new thing came out. Like I remember I saw this girl. I think she's just beautiful, whether she wears her hair long or short. But the shortcut she slayed it. Whoever cut her hair, they did it. It was the little girl, Jada Waiter. Jada Waiter? Waiter? I don't know, honey. I'm just watching, And she got the pixie cut, and she looked like a beautiful black Betty Boop. She did. She was very pretty. She had a little swirl, and everybody was like, oh, Jada could do it. I can do it. No, you can't. Not all of us look good with short hair, right? Not all of us look good with pixie cut. You may look good with a short hair, like short bob or something, but you may not look good with a pixie cut. So you have to find what fits you. And I did a video earlier on that, right? So she came out with that. So a lot of times men don't know this. And I tell people this all the time. A lot of times women get dressed or we getting our hair done, not for a man. A lot of the times we are in the rat race and we're competing with one another. We got a coveted spirit and we're like, oh, look at her hair. I'm gonna get my hair like that. Oh, I'm gonna do a weave like that, because you may don't have any hair up under there or you're losing your hair. So now you're even going to, I'm gonna get a weave like that or whatever, because you're competing. So that's a trigger for you, because you're competing to look like somebody else instead of finding you and realizing that you are beautiful the way you are and finding your look. You don't do that. So we compete with one another because we want to stunt on one another. We keep it real. I'm in Miami, and Miami is a vain city. All right. I'm born and raised in Miami, and I know, you put yourself together, you like, they gonna see me. You're not thinking about the guy. You already know the guy gonna be on you, but you're more so in the mode of competing with women. So if that is you, or you see the latest trend and you like, oh, Lee, cut my hair, or you going to your hairstylist saying, cut my hair, don't do it. Don't do it. That's acting on impulse, and you're going to regret it. Then you're going to be coming back to me, I want a wig on. I just want a so-called protective hairstyle to let my hair grow back. And that's exactly what the little girl, I don't know if she looks like she's 12, but she's so cute. Jada Waiter, she cut her hair and she was like, I regret it. She regretted. And she's one of those people that changes up her look, but she changes up her look on long hairstyles, but she went that route because her hair was damaged, whatever the case may be, right? And what is she doing now? She went and got some extensions in, $4,000 extensions in, because she needs to feel the gratification or the feeling of my hair, that I have hair back, because that was an impulsive decision. So again, if that's you, if you fit that reason, don't do it. Don't cut your hair then. And the last one I would say is when you are dealing in bad relationships. Oh, you and a guy done broke up and you like, oh, I'm doing a new me. When they see me, that's another one. Now this is for a man, right? Now you want them to see you, or whatever the relationship you have with your significant other. So now you want them to see you. And a lot of times when you're doing that, it's really an emotional thing. You feel like when you cut that hair off, that you're cutting that relationship off. You're doing away with it. Instead, what you should be doing, whether it's a divorce, you're going through problems with your children, all kind of relationship issues we go through, or life, job, relational issues. We lose our job. We got to, just different things that happen to us, and we want to act in impulse and cut our hair. Think about it. And I'm going to give you a quick story. I remember in 2008, my dad died first of a massive heart attack. My mom went in the hospital. My dad died the next day, right? I saw him, and then the next day he died, my stepdad. And then my mom died 4 months later. So that hit me at boom, And I had my uncle, who's like a father to me. And when my mom was in the hospital, like a couple of days before she died, he said, you got to make some decisions. And you can't make the decisions emotional. You can't be emotional. So you got to wait to make decisions that you need to make. And I was just like, no, I want to get rid of this, clean his room out, get my dad clothes out of there. I was on emotion because I just wanted to get rid of it, because I felt like if I got rid of it, I can process better. But then it took me years. I still struggle with that whole situation sometimes. It took me years to process what had happened. In 4 months, I lost 2 people who knew my history, who left this earth, and I'm never going to get them back. And I was making decisions emotionally that affected me. I ended up losing my salon. In that, I ended up going through a divorce. I made a lot of decisions because of the impact that had. And yeah, I cut my hair, right? So this is just an example. Even though it's a major, it's like, oh my gosh, you don't make decisions when you're not rational, when you're not in your state of mind, right? You have to be able to think things over. And so even in that, when you're dealing with death, you don't make financial decisions. You don't make other decisions when you know mentally you are not stable to do that. So these are the warning. These are the things that we do that trigger us to cut our hair. And I hope that you take heed to it and say, nah, that's probably not my thing. Let me take some time out. Let me go talk to my professional licensed cosmetologist and be like, hey, I'm thinking about getting my haircut. And think about it and ask yourself, why are you doing it? What's the motive behind it? Is it something that you really want to do? Is nothing that's pushing you to do that? If you just want a new look, that's okay. But if you acted out all these things because you had a bad relationship, or you trying to be the baddest boss or whatever they call themselves, or you just had a baby, or you were sick a long time and you want to new look, think about it before you do that. All right. I am your hair coach, Lee Hill. I hope to see you on my next video. You guys enjoy your week. Stay humble. All right. Bye.